Welcome, students. Today's lesson is called Solving Multi-Step Inequalities. Multi-step meaning more than one step to solve it, kind of like multi-step equations. So when we start out, we're going to start with our number out here by itself. Add 10 to both sides because that's easy to get rid of. 6h drops down. Our inequality symbol drops down. 32 plus 10 is 42. We'll get rid of our 6 by dividing it. 42 divided by 6 is 7. 6 is gone here. H is greater than or equal to 7. Come over to the right. Same similar problem. We'll start by subtracting 7 on both sides. And our 7's cancel, leaving negative 3x greater than 43 minus 7. It's 36. And we divide by a negative 3. And right there, you should notice if you multiply or divide with the negative, do not forget that inequality symbol flips around. 3's are gone, leaving x. 36 divided by negative 3 is a negative 13. That finishes that problem. Let's go to some more word problems. You will see these quite a bit. Make sure you understand how to write an inequality. 4 times a number minus 6 is greater than 8 plus 2 times a number. Now that's a lot of words. Break it apart. 4 times a number minus 6. Let's just do that part. 4 times a number, like n, minus 6 is, here's our symbol that our equals or our inequality goes right here, greater than 8 plus 2 times the number. So 2n, represent 2 times. And now we've written it. Now we just solve it. Subtract 2n. We're going to put our like terms together. So we'll bring our 2n to the other side. 4n minus 2n is 2n minus 6 greater than 8. Now we get rid of our whole numbers by adding 6 to both sides. And we'll be left with 2n greater than 14. And then we divide by 2. And we're left with n is greater than 7. There's our answer. That finishes that problem. Let's go to the next ones. I think I'm going to pause here for a second, get us some more room. All right, here we go. In this problem, you're going to see parentheses, which means we need to do distributive property to get rid of the parentheses. So it's negative 6 less than or equal to 3 times 5v is 15v, and 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And now we can continue by solving, adding 6. This makes 0 less than or equal to 15v, because these are gone. Now we got to get rid of our 15 by dividing. And when you have 0 divided by anything, your result is always 0 less than or equal to v, less than or equal to v. Now, we need to express our answer with our variable on the left, so we'll rewrite it. V, flip our sign, greater than or equal to 0. Means our answer can be anything 0 or higher. And let's do another one. First, we'll get rid of our whole number by subtracting 6 on both sides. Negative 5/4 p comes down, less than 12 minus 6 is 6. Now to get rid of a fraction that's being multiplied, in one easy step is you flip it and multiply it on the other side. So we'll take the negative 5/4, flip it over, and multiply a negative 4/5 over here. And I took a negative across the inequality symbol, so I have to flip it around. To solve this, we'll put 6 over 1 and multiply straight across. 6 times negative 4 is a negative 24 over 5. You can change this to say negative 5. To a mixed number. 5 will go into 24 4 times with 4 out of 5 remaining. And your inequality symbol and your p. Now, after I've shown you that way to do it, you just flip it and multiply. One step, it's done. I'm going to go back and show you now another way to solve this if the flipping the fraction is confusing to you. Anytime you have a number as a denominator, get rid of it by multiplying both sides by that denominator, and your fraction will be gone. The 4's cancel, leaving negative 5p less than 24. Then you get rid of your negative 5 by dividing it. And that's when I move my negative across, so my symbol flips. P is left, and I have 24 divided by negative 5. You can leave it like that, or we can make it a mixed number, which again is negative 4 and 4/5. So you get the same answer no matter which way you solve this problem. All right, let's go on. All right, so now let's start with this one. Start by adding 13 to both sides. The 13's cancel, leaving W divided by 8 is greater than negative 6 plus 13 is positive 7. And when you have a number in the denominator or a number being divided, the opposite is to multiply it away, both sides. 8's cancel here, leaving 1 greater than 56. We are finished here. Now we're going to do some word problems. All right, the first problem here. 2/3 of a number added to 6 is at least 22. Now with a lot of verbiage there, let's break it up into parts. Let's just do the first part. 2/3 of a number. That would be 2/3, just like it says, of a number. Of means multiply, and then a number would be your variable. So n, and you put it right together and mean multiply. Then we'll go on added to 6, so plus 6, is at least 22. At least means the minimum is 22, so it can be greater than or equal to 22. After you solve this, you're supposed to go ahead, or after you write it, you're supposed to go ahead and solve it. We're going to skip the solving for time reasons. Go ahead and work on another one now. 8 times a number minus 27. 8 times a number would be like 8n minus 27 is no more than, so it cannot be more than, so it's less than or equal to the negative of that number. Now the negative, remember we named the number right here with the variable n. The negative of n is negative n plus 18. And then you've written it out. Now you can solve it. Let's go on and do one more and wrap this lesson up. 3 times the sum of a number and 7. Now when it says the sum of a number and 7, it is explaining order of operations. It is saying you must add a number and 7 before you multiply it with 3. So that's where your parentheses come in. And then you'll say is greater than 5 times the number, so 5n less 13. That would be minus 13. We're going to go ahead and solve this one. First, we'll do our distributive property, so we'll get 3n plus 21 greater than 5n minus 13. Start by bringing our n's to the left side, so subtracting 5n. We'll get a negative 2n, and then plus 21 greater than negative 13. Then we'll subtract our 21 on both sides. Those cancel, leaving negative 2n greater than a negative 34. Now I'm going to give us a little more room here. Now to get rid of our negative 2, we do it by dividing. And I brought a negative across with division, so I'm going to flip my sign around. N remains here, and then 2 will go into 34 17 times, and a negative divided by negative is a positive. And there's our answer. N can be anything less than 17. That's your lesson. I'll see you in class.